Okay, he's back. First appearance 2024. St. Catharines Mayor Matt Siscoe. Hello, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year
Got
to you.
the casual Dio Daddy look going again today?
I mean, I wear it better than Dio Daddy
Oh,
does.
there we go. You always probably love coming the day after, the 2 days after he comes, because then you can see what he did and then.
Coming after Diamond Jim Diodati makes it easier to throw my shots, and then he's got to wait a month and just stew on what I said.
Wow, you had a busy day yesterday, huh?
Busy day.
Okay, so two things we really want to get to. You want to go budget, because you had your budget meeting last night.
Talk about the budget. Yeah, I presented my budget last night. It was a 1.49% increase on the city side. So on property tax bills, what people actually care about, because of the city changes, if it goes through, it'd be a 0.61% increase on their property tax bills.
Okay, what the response on that has to be good?
It's been positive.
Right?
It's
like,
definitely
taxes
been positive.
are going to go up as inflation goes up. You know what I mean?
Well, and this is, last year was a tough budget year, and I tried to be very honest last year with people. Every municipality was going to go through the same struggles that we're going through, and we're seeing that now, right? Everybody's coming in difficult places, but we made the difficult decisions last year, and that set us up, I think, pretty well for the next couple of years, where we've dealt with a lot of the inflationary increases and a lot of the supply chain issues. We've already dealt with that. So, like I said, residents' property tax bills, as it stands right now, would go up by 0.61% from the city. It would be an overall increase because of the region closer to 4%, but that's still below where other people are.
I was talking to Burlington Mayor Marianne Mead Ward yesterday about the strong mayor's powers, and she had positive things to say about it, and you have positive things to say about it, not beyond that you have all these powers now.
Well, and this is technically the mayor under this legislation can veto things. I was very clear last night when I made my presentation. I don't expect to veto anything. If council's willing to put their names on the amendments and take responsibility for the changes they want to see, unless it's damaging to the city or it's going to cause harm to taxpayers, I'm not going to veto it. The council is supposed to be a collaboration.
Is that the difference? Is because there wasn't names on things in the past, and it was just kind of pushed through?
It was very much easier to just say, okay, well, we want staff to find 3% changes here, and staff would come back with a list and go, well, staff's recommending. Staff didn't recommend that. Yeah. Staff recommended the budget.
Right.
You asked for changes, but there was a desire, and I'll admit, I kind of did this as well. You didn't want to necessarily take accountability. Now we all have to take accountability and put our names on it.
Okay, that was last night. And then yesterday during the day, the legislative committee hosted a meeting in St. Catharines about the two-tiered government system. How'd it go?
It went well. I'm a proponent of the four-city model. I know Mayor Diodati is as well. We've had a lot of conversations. We both made our cases yesterday. Here's the truth. 21 different presentations. All of the mayors got to present. If there were 21 presentations, there were 21 viewpoints. I've said this for a decade now. The province needs to make a decision, and then we just need to stop talking about it. We need to get on. There are real issues in Niagara, real issues in St. Catharines that have to be dealt with. I think there are structural changes that could make it easier for us to deal with them. But regardless, this is in the provincial government's court now. They've got to make the decision, tell us what that decision is. And then we've got to move on because governance just sucks the oxygen out of the room. Whenever we're trying to have conversations about other issues, the governance conversation, it shuts everything else down, and we can't afford that. So we got to come to a conclusion and then just get on with it.
So yesterday, what comes out of yesterday? What happens? Or was it just a bunch of people talking in a room and it just kind of goes nowhere?
I think the standing committee wanted to hear the range of options and the range of viewpoints that exist. There are a lot of people who think the four-city model makes the most sense. Right. I will say, I didn't hear anybody, even people who said they don't want to see a four-city model or a one-city model, nobody said they were fine with the status quo. Like, nobody was willing to defend the status quo as far as I heard, and I heard listen to a fair number of the presentations. So we know changes need to be made. Let's make them and get on with it.
Okay, we talked about this. This has to happen. The Seaway Bridge, there's repairs going there, and GO trains are going to be bypassing St. Catharines.
Yeah, after 6 p.m. until I think it's the 22nd of February. Okay. And it's nobody's happy about it, but it's one of those things. We know improvements need to be made. We know this work has to be done. It's going to lead to better service in the future. I'm glad it's getting done now, and we're not trying to kick the can down the road. Let's get on with it.
Yep. Reading challenge. St. Catharines Libraries.
Hashtag read STC, the mayor's reading challenge. It's I love books. I read way more often.
How many books did you read last year? That's not here.
She and I go back and forth though on social media. She loves the reading challenge.
Yeah, I know she does.
But it's.
So what is it?
So we basically pick a theme every month. This month is pick a book based solely on the cover. I'm reading Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, which I looked at every time I walked into the bookstore during Christmas to buy books, and I never picked it up. And then someone in my office said, "Oh, well, you got to pick based on this." I said, "Okay, tomorrow." It's a phenomenal book. I never would have picked it up otherwise. But every month has a different theme, and we encourage people, tag it on social media. There's prizes at the end of the year.
Well, you're a good example. You're a busy guy, and you're still able to find time to read.
You know what? I have drastically curtailed the amount of time I spend outrage farming on social media or allowing my outrage to get kicked up. I just read books, and there's something very calming about it. It's how I go to bed at night.
Kind of like calming watching your Buffalo Bills.
Hey, go Bills.
Go Bills.
There is nothing calming about the Buffalo Bills.
I don't know, Sunday afternoon, we will see. Okay, good seeing you. I'm not going to see you at the Ice Wine Gala this year. We're not going. You'll be there, though?
Yes, my wife was incredibly disappointed you won't be there.
Yeah, because I put on quite the show last year. Maybe next year. All right, St. Catharines Mayor Matt Siscoe, great seeing you.